Following a lot of this controversy surrounding Kris Tyson and being fired from Mr. Beast, a lot of streamers are starting to come out now and voice their opinions on the matter. Some of them, like Nickmercs, for instance, weren't really shy about that in the past because Nick has publicly feuded with Kris about Kris choosing to transition and leave his wife and child as a result of all that. Nicmercs, who is a family man himself, was obviously not happy with that sort of thing, especially since Kris and Mr. Beast have a huge public profile and are very impressionable to a lot of kids. But other people, though, are starting to give different opinions on this matter. One of them, though, I think is kind of interesting, which is streamer Ninja, decided to chime in on this when asked during a recent live stream. And he took it a little bit further than what a lot of people are saying as far as trying to alleviate any allegations of impropriety, because according to this article from Rant, Ninja was saying that he doesn't think he should even be alone with a woman in a room. Twitch streamer Tyler Blevins, popularly known as Ninja, said that he's never alone in a room with a woman. He shared this information during a recent Twitch stream where he talked about the Ava Kris Tyson grooming controversy. During a stream, Ninja hammered down and said that adults shouldn't talk to anyone underage in private messaging, emphasizing that it's not difficult. He explained that he only DMs his close male friends and other guys in the streaming community, and that whenever DMs women from the same space, he would let his wife, Jessica Blevins, know. Yeah, that seems perfectly reasonable to me, because some people would say maybe he's just being paranoid or maybe she's just overly jealous, and I don't even think it necessarily has anything to do with that. There's just a certain level of respect that you have to have in a relationship with another person. Like for me, if I was ever going to be late coming home, I'll let my wife know that I'm going to be late coming home from work or whatever. It's not necessarily like I have to check in with her or anything like that. And I'm sure she'd be fine if I didn't do that, but it's just kind of a courtesy to let them know if they're expecting you that you can't be there, or if you're going to be talking to someone else, like especially a female in a professional sense like this, that you just let them know, like, yeah, I'm going to be discussing something with this female. And if you're doing it on DMs like this, well, then you can also have receipts so that if they ever want to, they can look at what was actually said during that conversation. So just it goes to show that everyone's going to be honest within this situation. Like he doesn't have to do this, but going through that effort to do it, I think his wife probably appreciates that. Ninja also goes out of his way to not be alone in the same room with the woman, even people he works with, and will leave if it was just the two of them. And here's a video clip of him saying as much. I'll just play a brief one of it.
I don't do that. I go out of my way to make sure that I am never even alone in another room with a woman ever in any moment. Like even like my PR person. Like it doesn't matter who it is. I don't care if they work for me, whatever, bro. There is someone else in that room at all times. If we're alone, I leave instantly. That's on like fidelity, right? As for anything else, dude, it just, I don't DM anyone, bro. I DM my boys. Like I DM like guys in the community. No, there's no private messages going on with any girls. If there are, it's like someone like Chica or like, you know.
Yeah. So you can see, I mean, I think it just seems kind of, I mean, that's just a normal thing. It doesn't even have to be anything too crazy about it. Just like, no, I won't be alone with the woman. I won't DM people like that, especially underage people. All right. I mean, that's just called being an adult. Me personally, I don't have any interest in DMing any children. And I'm sure most reasonable adults don't, which is why it's pretty weird when one adult is willing to trade private messaging with a child or even just associate with children. Cause I know with Kris Tyson, a lot of it was it public or it was a private Discord server, then a public one. But even if it's all public conversations, it's kind of weird when an adult is wanting to just talk with minors all the time, even on Discord. Ninja made similar comments in the past because he didn't want his interactions with other women on stream to be used for clickbait content, implying that he could be flirting with them. Ninja explained that he's still hesitant to play with female streamers because he wants to avoid potential drama and not put his marriage at risk. That's a good move on his part. It's clear that he's also taking the precautions outside of streaming, and many of his longtime followers have respected his decision to protect his marriage. Yeah, any person who puts their marriage at the forefront, that's good on him. I'm glad to hear that. However, many people found Ninja's comment misogynistic because it allegedly implies that women might deliberately tempt men if they were alone in a room with them. This doesn't even necessarily have to be about women trying to tempt men, because let's say there's some woman who is alone with the guy, and then later on down the road, she gets upset with him for some other reason. We've seen time and time again, a simple accusation alone could be enough to destroy a whole person's career. And he's trying to avoid the potential of that by just avoiding the issue entirely, saying like, I can't be alone with him. Or even if there's no ill intent on either party, what about if he just says or does something that it's offensive to her or whatever, or she misconstrues or something like that? Then she could always come out later and say that, and he might try to explain himself or whatnot, but there's no witnesses to back up what's going on. So then it's just her word against his, and then it can destroy his career as a result of all that. So it's better entirely just to avoid the potential of that. And I think if someone doesn't see that that's the real issue here, well, then I don't know what to tell you. I would just almost assume ill intent on their part, because if someone's going to be cautious, I'm not going to fault someone for being cautious unless they're just being overly paranoid, which I don't even think that's really a thing in this day and age when it comes to accusations like this. Because like I've said, we've seen people get their whole careers destroyed as a result of malicious accusations that turned out to be 100% false. While they understand Ninja's motivations for avoiding drama that could stress his wife out, especially since he's one of the most popular Twitch streamers, online users felt that the comments was out of line, especially since it was said in the context of Tyson grooming controversy. Some also noted that men having friendships with women is normal and that it doesn't have to be sexual in any way. 100%. A guy could have a female friend. It's strictly platonic, but there are still the potential for having something, like I said, misconstrued, or you just say a joke, because I'll say jokes around friends that would probably be inappropriate in certain company. Certain jokes around friends that I wouldn't say around my parents, for instance. So you just don't know how a person's going to react to a certain situation. So I think it is best. You just kind of have to know the people that you're around. And if you do have a female friend, it really doesn't hurt to have male friends around too, or having other people around too. So if something is said, that you have someone to at least back up your claim. And to me, someone with a profile like his, that's just kind of a smart move. And I really don't understand why someone would be upset with this unless, like I said, they have ill intent and they want to actually get someone in some type of a trap, or they're really just not thinking through things altogether. But let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Do you think he's taking it just a little bit too far, or do you think this is just something that everyone should be following in this day and age? Comment below, and if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest in entertainment news. And don't forget to click that like button and share the video because it helps out with the channel. Thank you.